is I reached out to you in regards to one of our bars. They're a spot downtown in San Diego in the Gas Lamp District, and now they're starting to do karaoke 7 nights a week. So they want to be like the downtown karaoke bar.
Okay.
And
which one is that?
It's called Werewolf American Pub. It's very close to it's really close to the convention center. They get a lot of traffic from the convention center, which is something else we're going to try to capitalize on since it's right there. Comic-Con is like we call it their main event because they're right there. But yeah, they're just looking to be some of the top search results if you're looking for karaoke downtown San Diego, karaoke Gas Lamp.
So let me share my screen here, see if this is the correct place. Make sure we're on the same page.
I think the website it's called thewerewolf.net.
Yep. Is this it? Can you see that?
Yeah. Not yet. Yes, that's it.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to do a big push for karaoke. So one of the strategies we're talking about doing is creating on this website a page that's dedicated to only karaoke, where we start a YouTube channel where we can we film everybody singing karaoke. And I don't know if you're familiar with those event vibe type photography places where a photographer will go to a bar, take pictures of people, give them a card where they can locate their picture online and they can share it. So so we're thinking of doing that strategy, but with video of people filming them singing and then sharing it across the web to try to gain traction as a top search result for karaoke in San Diego.
Who's the demographic? Age?
The age would be 25 to 45. Usually, I know that's pretty broad, but I still have to get the more specifics into their demo.
Okay. I'm just looking at the pictures on the website. It looks like a bunch of 25-year-olds to me.
Yeah, that's how it is for the most part.
And I know that not many 25-year-olds I know are on Google looking for places. They're finding them via shared content from their network of friends on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube.
Understood. Yeah, so that's why the play we were going to go is go big with YouTube.
Okay. What are you guys currently doing? Like, what's your background, your knowledge, your expertise here?
Mine personally?
Yeah.
Just taking Billie Jean's courses for the most part and following guys like yourself and other internet marketers. I did lead generation for a long time for colleges and universities for like University of Phoenix.
Okay.
And then I started my own printing agency. So we did a lot of screen printing and marketing materials for different bars and restaurants. Okay. And then I became the GM with this group, and then now I'm just trying to implement what I've learned through Billie Jean and yourself into helping them grow their businesses. I would say novice right now.
Novice, okay. What are you guys currently doing with regards to what marketing initiatives do you currently have? I mean, are you guys are you doing what type of Facebook ads are you doing? What are you doing on YouTube? That kind of stuff.
We've only ran ads so far on Facebook to just different results. Some of them. So I ran a campaign on Facebook. I haven't ran any campaigns for Facebook for Werewolf yet.
Okay.
For this bar specifically, but I have for the Waterfront, the bar I work for, and then a few of the other ones. We did, it's mostly promoting events to start. We did a birthday campaign for one of the bars that was pretty successful, where if you come in and redeem the coupon that we provided you, you get a free bottle of champagne and 25% off your tab.
Nice.
If you were born in November is when we ran it. And then the other location is right next to our sports arena, where we have a American Hockey League. That's a farm team for the Anaheim Ducks. So we were piggybacking a lot of traffic from that.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
saw I think I've been to the waterfront before.
Okay, great.
I've been to San Diego, gosh, with Billy and a couple other reasons, probably 5 times in the past 14 months. I'm going out there in a couple of weeks.
For the meetup?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I should be at that meetup as well.
Yeah, I always stay in the gas lamp.
Yeah, it's a fun part of town. But these guys, they have 7 different bars that are doing fairly well now, and they just want to, start utilizing their marketing.
How much of the audience is how much of the clientele are local versus out of towners, like tourists or business travelers?
See, for the waterfront and Werewolf, it's kind of tough to say because they're riding gas lamp, but that's a stat I should probably find out for you. Tourist versus local. Because, like I said, Werewolf is right by the convention center, so we're trying to capitalize on that. And waterfront is really close to the airport, so a lot of people are coming through. A lot of hotels are right next to the waterfront, and we've been fortunate enough where the hotel concierge will say, "Go to the waterfront. It's probably the best bar in the area."
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the part that amazes me about restaurants in general, but really any type of entertainment company that provides an entertainment value, is the lack of doing ads via tourists on Facebook. I mean, I travel sometimes too much, but in the past 12 months, I've probably been to 30 different cities.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed. I mean, I was in Las Vegas twice in a month, and it's a pretty simple ad to run. People that are visiting town that don't live here. And, it's kind of funny. Me and my buddy I was out there with for a business trip, we got in the cab, Uber, and we asked the guy, we said, "Hey, what's the best chicken wing place around here, or the best steak?" And the guy couldn't give us a suggestion. It was kind of strange. I was concerned with that.
Yeah.
But maybe it just gets a different demographic. But had I just scrolled through Facebook and saw an ad that said, "Hey, you're in town, come by and see us. Best steak, best way." I mean, I don't need an offer. I mean, when I'm traveling places and I'm just looking what's top of mind, and especially on social media, I'm on there. I'm a 41-year-old dad. I'm on there to see what my wife's doing, my kids are doing, my business back home, employees, friends. My one friend was in Chicago or in Florida. He works for a radio company. He works with radio groups, and he went like on a 6-city tour for 7 days, where he drove to 6 different cities in Florida. And he did a video for me from the airport and sent it to me. And I've actually put it up on Facebook, a couple other places, where he's like, "Matt, you were correct. I've been to like 6 cities in 7 days. And not once when I've gotten on my phone has somebody invited me to come to their restaurant." He's like, "Every place I go, I don't know where I'm at. I literally pull into a hotel. I unpack, I get on my phone, I look around and stuff. Like, it would be very hard for me to get a notice to say, 'Hey, come see us.'"
Yeah, I saw the video that you did in regards to, I guess, a pizza offer where you were in town.
Yeah, that was in Denver.
Yeah, and you were complaining about how nobody's offering you anything, and then finally you got that ad. So, I took that to note as well, because like I said, just being in the area that a few of these bars are at, I think it's a very hot spot for tourist opportunity.
Oh, definitely. And it's low-hanging fruit. I mean, it's from a financial standpoint, the audience typically isn't big enough that you can't put $50 to $100 behind it and get your money back pretty quick. I mean, we've got a handful of clients I work with. Most of the restaurants I work with, their average tickets are $40-$50 when they get 2 people there and drinks, especially business travelers. You get 2 or 3 guys come in that are on a trip. It's nothing to drop 50 to 50.
They'll spend $50 on just beers alone. Yeah. That's not even counting food.
Exactly.
So, and that's about where we're at. Our average tickets for 2 people are about $50. So all the campaigns that I've ran, we've made more than our money back.
How are you monitoring the campaigns? Are you doing something in your point of sale that is unique to knowing that came through the Facebook ad? Or
yeah, basically what we do is in the POS system, we use Revel. We just create a button that says this person redeemed this offer.
Nice.
So that it's trackable. So we know how many of those, if X amount of those were redeemed, then we can look at the average check that they brought in and then compare that versus our sales.
Now, are you using a product they can redeem, or is it something they can come back the next day and use?
Well, it's a email coupon that they show to the bartender, and it has an expiration date for that day.
Okay.
Because, like I said, most of the campaigns we ran were for events, so they were on a date.
I
So
gotcha.
those coupons weren't redeemed. And the other one we're doing is any Gulls home game, the hockey team.
Okay.
So basically, the offers only available while the Gulls are playing at home.
Can you still see my screen on Facebook here?
Yes, sir.
Let me show you something. So this is something that's a little different. And you've probably seen some of my videos, as I'm sure you've seen this, but we actually just launched this. This will be good to show you because we just launched this morning. But this is a product that is the thing I found with offers is that when you have a date on it, you obviously limit your ability to get people in because they have to come that day. Or we actually saw a negative. We were doing promotions and it was a couple weeks, was that we would put a 2-week time frame on it. Well, I found that most people 11 to 14 days was when they were going to act. And so a lot of times when they saw an expiration date that was short, they just gave up. I don't know if I'll be able to get there by now, because people aren't opting in to get a promotion typically online thinking of a date in mind. And so when they opt in and they get something that says, hey, you can use this week or today, a lot of times you don't ever get that business in. So what we actually did something, this was about, because I've been playing with this program for 2 years with restaurants. And I mean, I've had restaurants for about 6 or 7 as clients. But the last 2, what happened was we were doing social media ads. And this goes back to the spring of 2015. And we were having a lot of success because we were able to look at the point of sale and say, hey, these people came in and redeemed this offer. The only place we did this was email, this one Facebook. So we were able to get an ROI, but we weren't able to do a couple of things. We weren't able to redeem them, knowing that person it had to be for that day. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they come back the next day with it. And the other thing was we didn't have a way of excluding people from getting every offer. Like we were the one place wanted to do this half price appetizer deal on Sundays, but we don't want the same people getting it every Sunday. Yeah. We want somebody to get it, and then, hey, we want them to come back the next week for regular reasons, not only for a discount. Well, the problem we were running into is there was no way to exclude those people because we didn't have a redemption process. Yeah, that's kind of what I kind of been slamming my head against the wall with recently, just trying to figure out that process. And so I'll show you this, and this is something we've spent a lot of time developing. But one thing we noticed was that when we started putting offers out there that had 60-day expiration dates on it, and knowing that it was a product they walk in the store and redeem, that we knew if they redeemed it once, they went away, that we could put them into a marketing funnel to get them doing other things. But like this is an offer. This is a restaurant in New Orleans called the Big Cheesy. They do kind of like gourmet cheese, grilled cheese. Uh-huh. But this was an ad that was posted 3 hours ago. Pretty simple. Free sandwich, comment below, and we'll send you through Facebook Messenger. You can see there's been, does it show me the number of comments? There's been a lot. So you can see all the comments, people typing free below. And actually, whenever they type something, it triggers the sequence. But what it does is it sends them a message through Messenger. And so, for example, it walks them through a path. So this person right here, you can see, she commented, yes, Sydney, what's your email address? She gives us her email address. Your first VIP offer will come below and in an email. Boom, here's the offer. She also got an email, and it's a link that she can bring into the restaurant on her phone. This is actually, we're using a product that uses the mobile wallet on iPhones, on any phones. But I saw your video on that too. Yeah, it's standard on iPhones, but you can also download it for any other phone. But they bring this into the restaurant. The server clicks the link on the back. This takes to a redemption page, and we can update and redeem the offer. So this person, we could put her number in here. She spent $40. Click update, click redeem. The offer goes away. Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Look at this. You can see these coming in like this. These are people that, and what's cool about it, I'll show you this. This is this will give you an example of it. So this is just today. So this client, we just started experimenting with it. We switched them over from something else. So this campaign, 90 people already today. And this is in under 3 hours. That's amazing. And if I go to the Facebook ad spend, it's here somewhere. I was just looking at this earlier. You can look, and what I've done is we do our ads a little differently. Mm-hmm. I've got them in a lot of demographics. So I've got his Facebook spend right now at about 100. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 80, $120 for the day, which means from now, by that time to tomorrow morning, I should get probably, that's $120. We'll probably get, based on what's happening so far, about 350 opt-ins. But what'll happen is I'm not going to keep the budget $100 a day because that's not his budget for the month. What'll happen is within the next 3 days, 2 to 3 days, I'll keep it there. And I'll be able to look and see my costs here. And you can see like this one's 5 cents. It might seem crazy to turn an ad off that's got 16-cent engagement, but when I can turn this off and get 3 times at 5 cents for his budget, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And so it allows us to, I mean, that put a perspective on this. I mean, 16 cents is really low. So
no, yeah, but 5 cents.
So what we try and do is, I was telling a client the other day, we had 2 clients we're dealing with. One of them, I told him what I was turning off. He's like, well, that's a good value. I said, well, it is, but the other demo is 5 times less expensive. So that means if I turn this one off, I get 5 times more opt-ins there. He's like, yeah, good point, do that. Well, the other client who had a similar situation, his was like 8 times difference, but the 8-time one was still amazing. I mean, we were getting like 32-cent opt-ins on his program, but we were also getting 8-cent opt-ins on one demo. And his comment, I said, I got 2 choices. I turn it off and we spend the budget and we get more opt-ins, or I leave it on and you go over budget, but you get a lot more opt-ins. So he just increased his budget because his comment was, if I can get people at 32 cents to give me their name, their email, and all that good stuff. But what we're also doing is by just going through Messenger, we're getting them to subscribe to Messenger now. So for example, here's a client of ours that, this morning, let's see, where's it at? This is a Dairy Queen we work with. And I've got all sorts of different types of restaurants, from fast food to steakhouses, but like this, here's a pretty cool thing to show you. So this is a broadcast we sent this morning. And so we sent a broadcast this morning to 551 of his people.
And everybody wrote that.
And it's pretty cool because you can, it's basically asking if they want something else, but it allows you to kind of walk them through. If they're already in the program, they don't get it. If they're not in the program, they get it. But it allows us to do a couple things, is that we've got people now that are opted in not only through email, but also through Facebook. I want to show you this one because this is pretty wild. There it is. The open rates are huge. I mean, the click-through, the actual way that people engage. So here you go. This was sent today. Oh yeah, today's second. This was sent at 9 a.m. this morning. So 4 hours ago, my time, 4 hours ago, 68.9% have opened the Messenger message.
That's awesome.
And so we used to I use text on some of our programs because we got a lot of them live. But the past 90 days, I've been experimenting with switching them off of the way it used to be was people would opt into our program and it'd be text and email. Well, the problem I was running into there was a lot of people hate giving their cell phone number. So that was driving our costs up a little. The other aspect was I started looking at this forecasting down the street because I had one client that was up to 8,000 opt-ins. And I started looking at this and I was looking at the projections. I'm like, dude, if in a year we're at 20,000 opt-ins for his brand, that texting fee every couple times a month is going to be a big fee.
Yeah.
Right? It's talking to a big audience, so it's going to have an ROI. But I said, let me try something different because I was looking Messenger. There's no cost to it. I mean, there's the software we use, ManyChat. There's a cost, obviously, but not much. But when you look at the ability to, we're looking at this. Let's say the same program in a year, and we're sitting here with 10,000 subscribers. And I want to send them something once or twice a month through ManyChat. Then I don't got any costs except for ManyChat, $50-$60 versus 1 to 3 cents per text. Times 10,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it can get up there. I had one client, we were up to about $350 a month in texting fees. Now the program was working really well, but it was just tough to see. But it's pretty cool because you can see people as they walk through. Like here's this person that commented back, bless you.
Yeah.
And you can talk to them. So it's pretty neat. It's unique in that, of all the stuff I've done, I don't see people responding back to emails. They don't respond to text messages. They just get their offer and move on. But you can see, all these people that comment, you can see that how they traveled the journey.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks. Boom. There's their offer. But now this is cool because now we've got this person. We have their first name, their last name, male or female. We can pull other information like birthday. We have their email address. But it allows you to really grow your client databases pretty quickly.
So, okay. Yeah. Messenger ads.
And messenger ads are great. This is,
Yeah.
look at this is the guy, this is him just in December. He had 900 opt-ins in December for a couple $100. I think it was actually under $200 Facebook spend.
Damn.
But he's also got a viral brand. He's got a pretty cool brand out there. But so when I go back to your guys' website, this is the waterfront website, by the way. I like that. It looks good.
Thank you.
I think that's I like that better than the other one, but it also talks to a different demographic as well. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess I think I got us off topic a little, but when we talk about, if I was you, what I would be doing, because that's what you're trying to do at the end of the day, is how do I get people at this karaoke down there? I don't mind doing things to get the website listed higher on Google, because obviously Google works really well, but the negative is there's not steps that you can take that in 45 days will actually work. No,
exactly.
And so that's the inherent negative with Google. What I would do is I would use video and content I would use social media to get content that you can use in places that will affect an organic ranking. But at the same time, if it doesn't do a thing for the organic ranking in Google, it'll do a lot of great stuff on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and YouTube. We've had success with doing contests where when people come in for karaoke, bribe the people that are there. Hey, shoot your video and send it to us or tag it. We just did this will give you a good idea, because this is something similar to what you're talking about from a standpoint of what you're trying to accomplish. But it's obviously not a restaurant, it's a boat dealership, but this worked pretty well. So this is a client we work with here's what's trending: Justin Timberlake and Donald Trump. There you go. So this is a client we work with that's a high-end wake boat board dealer, ski boats. And we were looking for a way to get people engaged. And my comment was, they don't do a great job on posting on social media. They do okay. But when they do post, it gets a lot of traction because they put up good stuff. But my comment was, we need something. We need to get people watching. I said, so our goal is we want to get people to engage in the brand and submit stuff. So what we did was we did a contest asking for people to submit their favorite summertime moments from the past summer. And I'll show you that post once it comes up here.
I think I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, so we did so this was a post, real simple. Calling all rockstar photographers from this summer. We'd love to see your pictures and video of you and your crew on the water this past summer. And we had a lot of people. This ad reached a lot of people, but it had a lot of there's just 40 or 50 comments right here on this, but then we had a landing page developed where you would actually submit your memory. And what we did was they submitted those. And what we're trying to do is, one, get people to engage in the content, but also we were trying to get footage for a video, because I want to run some video for this client to get people that are out there that are interested in his product, that are the right demographic, engaged. So I said, dude, if we can get a video like 5 or 6 minutes of cool stuff and people will watch it, well, now we have a great audience to retarget. And I think this would work with the karaoke, because the only person that's watching a karaoke video
are people who like karaoke. Yeah.
Yeah, so like this is his. This is basically a compilation of all the pictures that came in and videos. And so people are going to watch this looking for their video or their submission. And so it literally just goes through, and it's a bunch of cool pictures and videos, but all of these are great stuff we can use now in the marketing for free, because we disclose that to people. But this was posted a week ago, December 26th, all organic, 2,200 views. Now I'm going to run an ad against a target demographic talking about, we want to help you create great memories like this, knowing that when people watch, like I'm going to do 25% because that's 1 minute.
Yeah.
Somebody watches 25% or more of that video, they're not watching it, and they're not a person that likes the water. And so then I can pop them in a custom a retargeting audience and start now, okay, I'm going to run ads to the people that watch this video. I think you could do the same thing on your karaoke.
Yeah.
Something is, we want your favorite memories, and we want your favorite memories in karaoke. Submit your video, submit your picture, whatever you can come up with there. And that would allow you to, get in front of get some content that you could use in your marketing for karaoke night. Because you could take let's say it was videos. If people just submitted their videos to you, and you could reshare those and use those in your ads. Hey, look what great time the Smith crew had last weekend. Come have a good time with them and others. And then they watch the video. But then all of a sudden you take 20 of those videos or 20 of those pictures and you create a little video like that, and you run that. And as people watch that video, you pop them into a custom audience, and then you run your karaoke ad only targeting them. So that helps you get a better ad, helps you get great content for social. But you can also take that exact content, upload that to YouTube, and you start naming it, best karaoke videos in San Diego, and you start getting those people. There's a cool thing. You ever used Zapier before?
I haven't used it personally, but I've heard a lot of people speak highly of it.
So what Zapier is a product that allows you to connect things. So if you think of Zapier as an expressway, or I guess it's the exits, that you got this expressway, and if there's no exit getting off at your exit where you live, you can't get off the expressway. Zapier gives you the exit ramp. It allows you to connect multiple things. So what you can do, the reason I bring this up, what could be cool, is there's an automated way to add videos to YouTube without you doing all the work. So you can literally, so I got a friend of mine that does this. He does 100 videos a week for his business. I'll tell you where this came from. So he does 100 videos a week for his business. And we were talking about them, and he uses them for prospecting. And I said, well, dude, why don't you create a second YouTube channel? Because he doesn't want those on his main YouTube channel because they don't appeal to his people that are on his channel. They appeal to prospects.
Yeah.
But he's using these for one-off. So what happens is he shoots a video on his computer like this. He clicks export. And when he clicks export, it goes into a Google Drive. When it goes into Google Drive, that triggers a Zap. That Zap uploads a video. Let's see, what does it do? It uploads a video to YouTube, and then it populates information from some of the stuff he's already got into a spreadsheet. And then what he does is he goes back, and he's got it set up in Zapier where after it uploads the video, it goes back and it updates the fields. So what he's done, and he started to do this right now because he's doing 100 videos a week. And I said, dude, I want you to envision this. Let's just say you do your best job in the next 12 months, you actually do 100 videos a week. That's 5,200 videos in the whole year. And if you upload all of those to how you do to your customers, because he's doing them one-offs, nobody else sees them except the customer because it goes to an email, goes to a whole marketing campaign. I said, imagine if you automatically upload those to a second YouTube channel, and you have that spreadsheet you use to populate the fields, like the subject, the description of the video, the title of the video. You have those all done to where they have a lot of random words in there about the market you're trying to reach. So the same thing with you. If you were to get all these submissions like that, those videos, and you were to have it to when, let's say you get 10 videos a week and you download them into your computer off of Facebook or wherever you get them, and then you just drag them into a folder, and it pops when you have a Zap built that when it goes in that folder, it creates a YouTube video. So that way you don't have to do it. And then it automatically names it, and it puts keywords in there. Best karaoke bar, San Diego, California, karaoke. And next thing you know, in 6 months, you've got 100 videos on there with all different titles and descriptions. And that helps you drive some organic traffic from the content they're giving for you.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I think it was just more or less the owners stuck in we need to be up on Google search, but I'm trying to talk them off that ledge,
What you've got to tell them about Google search is that it's almost like if you went to a gym and you saw a person that's in perfect shape and you're not, which I'm not, a lot of us aren't.
I'm not even close.
You guys are a little better shape than us in Kentucky. But if you go to the gym and you talk to the trainer says, hey, if you do this, if you eat this meal plan and you work out like this, we will see progressions over the next 6 months to a year. And there's a pretty good chance you will transform yourself. People can understand that. If you went to a gym and said, hey, how do I look like you? And they said, well, you know, I don't know. It's a complete mystery. If you eat this, maybe it'll work. If you do this, maybe. No one's going to do it. That's Google SEO.
Gotcha.
Is that there's a lot of stuff you can do, from creating blogs and doing YouTube videos and creating content out there that's going to help. But the thing that sucks is, let's say that somebody down the street, let's say Coyote Ugly. I don't know if there's a Coyote Ugly in San Diego, but let's say some big corporate restaurant comes in town, Margaritaville, and they want to be the karaoke guy, and they just start spending 10 times the money you can spend. Well, they can outrank you really quick.
Gotcha.
I mean, if he really wants to be the top of the list, easiest way to be the top of the list is buy the advertising. I mean, if I go to karaoke, I bet there's not much.
There isn't. Yeah, there isn't much at all. We looked at the keywords in Google AdWords. It's not very competitive. It's pretty inexpensive.
I'd buy it. I mean,
yeah,
here's the other behemoth you're fighting against. You're never going to beat Yelp on SEO.
No.
There's the first three are Yelp. Trip Savvy's a trip product. Gas Lamp, that's going to be something you can influence because you're in Gas Lamp. You're down
they even say Werewolf right there.
Yep. So, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't go after the organic because at the same time, I don't know if very many – the people I know don't go to Google and search for karaoke. They go on Facebook and they go, what's the best karaoke bar in San Diego? I'm hitting it.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%.
But if you want to get the organic, not that I think I probably got pretty complicated with the Zapier stuff. I apologize.
No. I get it 100%.
I think that would be a way to build some organic. But at the same time, you would get user-generated content used for social media to use for your ads. You'd get people engaged. Because like all those people that when they made that post on that boat dealership's page, I don't know if I still have it up. No, I don't. When they made that post, that put on their timeline that they commented on that post. And so Facebook algorithm knows to show people, hey, these are the people that Matt is always on boats with and skiing with and wakeboarding with. We're going to show this post that he commented because their algorithm knows we all have similar interests.
Yeah.
So karaoke is the same way. I think you get people giving you content on Facebook for karaoke. It's going to get you on their timeline. It's going to get them sharing the content you post. It's going to get them engaged in your ads. It's going to give you some good stuff to use for your ads. I think that would accomplish a lot more than trying to go after getting listed on Google.
Gotcha. No, I agree with you 100%. Another campaign that that I'm starting to run is something similar to what you're saying, is that we sell a lot of T-shirts here at the waterfront. So I give them, anybody that buys a shirt, we give them a card, and that's saying that if they hashtag us or post, wearing our shirt wherever they're at, engage with our brand, then we'll mail them a gift card or some, just something of some kind of incentive for them to engage with our brand when they buy a shirt or whatever product.
This picture looks like this dude is naked.
Yeah.
Like the menu's blocking everything. I guess that's probably the whole reason.
That's the reason. So
when I saw it earlier, I was like, okay, what kind of karaoke is this?
Yeah, I mean, you know how competitive the Gas Lamp is. This bar's been around for about 4 years.
What cracks me up about the Gas Lamp was so the first time I stayed there 2 trips ago, I was taking a person with me that works with me, and I wanted to just have some place we could grab dinner because I wanted to see what we were near. I saw we were right next to this cool Mexican place. I know she eats Mexican a lot, so I reached out to him on Facebook and said, "Hey, do you have some type of list I can sign up for to see what's happening when we come into town?" No. Like, you don't have an email list? Nothing? No. Okay. You don't have a messenger list, a text today? Nothing.
No.
And it blows me away because in this day and age, you got to fight for customers.
Yeah.
You want to get more customers, you got to do things to get them. And that just blew me away that they didn't have that mechanism. Hey, also on the messenger, if you can add that to your site as well, like a little messaging thing down here. You seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Let me see here. I just actually did this. Where did I do this at yesterday? This is a gym I own. I'm an owner, part owner of, and we've got it on here. That should pop up. Let's see. Sometimes it doesn't like me because I'm on here too much. And I'm not seeing it. That should be right here. Maybe it's just because I'm logged in. Oh, there it is. So yeah, you can click this, and it'll open up a message in Facebook. And like in this case, it's already done it for me before, but I can say, yeah, I'm interested in CrossFit, and it'll start walking me through a series of questions. I've done it a million times, so it's a little jacked up on mine. But like on yours, you can have it to where somebody's on Werewolf and it pops up and they hit it, and it's like, hey, do you love karaoke? Yes. Boom. Did you know you can automate sequences?
Gotcha.
I'll show you this. This will give you, I think because this is big for the restaurant. We're in the process of building these out for restaurants right now. Let's see, where do I have that at?
Well, something that you said in one of your videos that was really stood out to me is that being a bar or a restaurant, you have 3 opportunities a day to sell somebody to come through your door. You know, you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, even late night for us, since we're open till 2. So I want to, use that peace of mind or top of mind awareness to get those people in here.
Yeah, I mean, this is like what you can do in this program. So you can imagine if this is, hey, what's going on? What do you love? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, karaoke. And whatever they click, boom, it walks them up here. And it gives them a different picture based on what they're asking about. And then it walks them through different series of questions.
Yeah.
It gets information. And I mean, it's just from the restaurant standpoint, I'm guessing you can still see my screen, right?
Yeah. You're just basically holding their hand to the sale.
Yeah, exactly. You walk them down. So you walk them, boom, and you can do reservations. Hey, do you want to make a reservation? Yes or no? Do you want directions? Yes or no? And you can just walk them through this entire thing and build a sequence out that allows you to tell a story. And the people, majority of them realize they're not talking to a human, but the majority of them doesn't enter their head till afterwards.
Yeah.
And it makes a seamless integration that they can find out what they want to find out. Because right now, people don't want to call your restaurant because nobody answers the phones, typically. People don't want to email you because they're not doing email as much on that method. I started seeing it about 1.5 years ago. I was amazed the questions I got through Facebook Messenger for the restaurants we managed. I mean, it was all the time. And I'm like, dude, why don't you call the restaurant? Why don't you look at the website? And I started just watching it. I started watching myself. And I'm like, dude, we're lazy. Yeah. I ask before I look in the pantry to see where the peanut butter is, I will ask my wife where the peanut butter is. And I started making the connections like, okay, that's where this is coming from. And it's not going anywhere. People aren't going to quit getting on Facebook and asking questions. And so the more you can automate it in there and get it to a point where maybe a human does get involved, or maybe you don't need to. I mean, you saw the one I did there with the restaurant where we got their name, their email address, their messenger subscription, and they got a digital offer they can bring into the restaurant. When they redeem it, we'll know they redeemed it. We'll know how much they spent. And they're also excluded from seeing the campaign again.
Now, what is that a software that you use for that? The redeeming, is that VIP offers?
Yeah, it's about 5 things in one.
Yeah.
I wish I could say it's easy.
Yeah, well.
And it's kind of funny because when I set out to do this, all started like my business used to be me and one person, and I consulted for 35 companies, mainly in the Cincinnati area. Well, back in the spring of 2015, one of my brewery clients with a couple locations, we were having a lot of success on social media. And so I said, okay, I'm going to go find something we can plug into our Facebook posts and emails that can get somebody to opt into a promotion, and then it kind of runs its course. That way, every Sunday, the same people aren't coming in here with the same promotion. And
gotcha.
We can show them this promotion. Once they see that promotion, they see a second promotion while somebody else sees the original promotion. So it walks them down a path. I figured it was out there. And maybe it is, I just can't find it, but I've looked everywhere. So I went to a handful of restaurant shows, including the NRA show up in Chicago, which has got like 4,500 booths. And I went around asking everybody, does this exist? And it didn't. Nobody had it. There was nothing like it. And so I started playing with it, and I started building sequences of it. And it's literally went from really simple with email to email and text to email, text, to messenger to landing pages. I mean, it's morphed over almost 2 years now. to where I was actually looking at the other day. I was showing a friend of mine who's really big in a digital agency and works in the chiropractic world and some different stem cell stuff. And his comment was, dude, this is complex. I mean, the stuff we're doing in Zapier where it's going all different ways. And I'm trying to figure out a way that I can make it turnkey, that I could offer it to restaurants and say, hey, you know how to do Facebook ads. Here's the packages. If you know how to do the Facebook ads, here's the program and here's how you access it. And it's this much money. And if you don't know how to do Facebook ads, then we can do the ads for you with the program and kind of walk that. But I'm trying to find a way to make it kind of white label where I can have it out there available for a couple $100 so restaurants can use it. But I got to dumb it down and get it less complex until I get that. Gotcha.
Well, no, it's great. Cause like I said, I've been looking for something like that for the last couple of months. And like you said,
it's crazy. I would think it'd be out there. The problem I ran into was the stuff, I would find stuff that was like it, but then it was like, oh, well, no, you can't redeem this in the restaurant. You just show this to your server. I'm like, well, I can do that all day long.
Yeah.
So then the stuff that was redeemable, I didn't have the ability to tie in a dollar amount to it. Cause that's one thing I want to try and tie in with people as they subscribe. I want to know what they spend because I can market to them differently. If I get like those 800 people that opt into that place in Denver, if of those 800 people, let's say 300 come in the next 30 days and spend money and 100 of them spend $10 and 200 spend $30, well, I'm going to send a different message to each one of those people.
Yep.
So I want to know that. Now I can redeem an offer and they can put it in the point of sale. I wanted to know how much that person was worth on the back end so that I know, okay, how do I market to this person differently? Are they a happy hour customer? Are they a family customer? Because if somebody comes in and spends $50 and then somebody comes in and spends 10, I'm going to market to the guy who spends 50 more than I am the person who spent 10.
Absolutely. Yeah.
More I look at this website, I like it. I like the pink and yellow, how it pops.
Yeah. It's got you got to go to the spot. Nick, when you're in town, I'll take you over there. We can meet up, have some drinks.
Yeah. I get in on, when do I get in? Wednesday, the 24th. And I'm there till Saturday. I might leave Sunday now, but I'm there at least till Saturday.
Yeah, they're the kind of bar they just like to be very fun and quirky, and they don't take themselves seriously at all, which is a little different for Gaslamp because everybody's so uptight.
Is there a website you guys have that has all 8 or 9 restaurants you guys have?
No, at the moment they all just keep everything as a separate entity just because it's one of those things where the group owns 7 altogether, but there's just different owners that own certain ones that don't own the others. But most of them they're all like part of one big family.
Okay. I'll tell you a place that I ate at when I was out there last time, which blew me away, was Breakfast Republic.
Yeah, that place is awesome.
Oh my God. I ate there 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
And we had breakfast supplied to us, like a good breakfast. But like I had to walk by it to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't walk by this and not eat here. So the one day I actually ate breakfast there, went to the event and ate breakfast there.
That's awesome.
Any other questions?
No, Matt, this is very informative. I really appreciate you taking the time to take a look at all this and, just this little coaching call. Like I said, I've been following you for a while and you definitely know your stuff. So
I appreciate it, man. I'm an open book. I'm not, I've always taken after what Billy does. I mean, it was funny. Him and I were talking back in February. I was up there meeting with him and, I mentioned, cause he looked at my background and I've been working with him about 6 months at that point. And I mentioned to him that my seminars, because I've been doing seminars for about 10 years in Cincinnati, and I've never recorded one. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, no. He's like, you realize that content online, the value that would have had? I'm like, well, I didn't think of it then. But those seminars for 10 years, literally, there was never one that had a sales pitch. It was, I got in front of a room and we marketed it as, hey, this is Facebook 101 or Facebook ads or email marketing or website optimization. And I'd bring an expert in if I didn't understand, if I wasn't the website optimization. I've got some friends that are 10 times smarter than me. I'd bring them in and we'd put it up there on a screen and we'd talk in front of people. And it was that was my rule. No selling. Is educate and inform. And at some point down the road, it'll come back around. But there's a lot of cool stuff out there that people don't realize. And especially in the restaurant world, I see that there's so much people could be doing online.
Well, cool, man. Well, I really appreciate your help today and the advice. I'm sure I'll be hitting you up here in the short future, but looking forward to meeting you in person at the meetup.
Yeah, definitely.
And like I said,
let's hook up when I get. I'm down there that way. I know I've got dinner I've got dinner that Thursday night at Billy's house, but then that Wednesday I'll be wide open. So because everybody I know is coming in Thursday because the event's Friday, I think. And so a lot of guys are coming in Thursday, but I'm coming in Wednesday because I'm flying in from I'll be in Vancouver for a ski trip the couple days prior.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'll be in touch then. And again, thank you so much.
Sounds good. See you, man.
All right, bye-bye.